Okay. Likutei Moharan, Torah Vov Kreis Yoshua. So now we're holding the Simon Zayin. Until now, we explained how the principle of the Torah, where you remain quiet when people deride you, and you're zeichet to be, to the letter Aleph. With being quiet, you get to the lower Nekuda, and by the fact that you're embarrassed, this is the middle line, and you're zeichet to cover the Loki, that you, to a divine cover, this is the upper Nekuda. So we saw how this whole thing is alluded to in this fantastic tale that Rabbi Bar Chana has said. Now we're going to show how the same principle is included in the pasuk Yad Be'amim Tachteinu Elohim Tachat Ragleinu. Kodesh Baruch Hu will defeat nations under us, and nations under our feet will choose our estate. Yivchad Nachalaseinu is the continuation of the pasuk. As Gaon Yaakov Asher Ahev Sela, the upright of Jacob that he loved forever. Which basically means, the pasuk means that the Kodesh Baruch Hu in the future will put nations under us and will give us back Eretz Yisrael, which is our domain, which is our estate, and he will build the Beis Hamikdash. And he says like this: "V'zeh peirush yad be'amim tachteinu tachat ragleinu." This is what we said. This is the pasuk we said, and what is alluded to it is ki yad be'amim tachteinu. He will defeat nations under us, u'lovim tachat ragleinu, and nations under our feet. Zeh b'chinas chirik. That's the b'chinas chirik. That's the lower nekuda. She nekuda tachtena shal aleph. This is the lower nekuda of the aleph. Shehu b'chinas v'taras raglo. This is the b'china that we say that under the feet of Hashem kemaseh livnas asapir, and this is alluded to in the words tachat ragleinu, under our feet. B'chinas haaretz adom raglai. The land is the resting place of my legs. Hadom lishom d'mima, that you are being quiet. U'mashen v'yivchad l'chalaseinu, and that he will choose for us our estate, our inheritance. Zeh b'chinas Moshe. This alludes to Moshe. B'chinas nekuda elyoina shel aleph. This is the upper nekuda of the aleph, which is the kesef. B'chinas v'yimal arkiyat mus kiseh. This is above the firmament is an image of a chair. The kiseh is a b'chinas shemesh. His throne is like the sun, and sun, as we said before, is Moshe, right? Remember, Moshe Chamo, face of Moshe is like the sun, and Pnei Yeshua is Kelavana, is like the moon. So you see that the Kiseh is Pnei the sun, is Pnei Moshe. Moshe V'Gemor Pnei Moshe, Pnei Chamo, the face of Moshe is like the face of the sun. Now, and how do we know that our inheritance is also B'chinas Moshe? Kima Amar Chazal, as Chachomini Zichron Levacha said on the pasuk, Ki lo basem ad ato el hamenucha ve'anachlo, because you haven't come yet to your restful place and to your inheritance. Rab Shimon says, Nachlo zu Shiloh. What is Nachlo? You know your inheritance. What is it? That's the Mishkan that was standing in the town of Shiloh. And it says that Nachlo alludes to Shiloh. The Zohar Kodesh says Shiloh is a very clever workup of Moshe. Shiloh da Moshe, because when you take the word Shiloh and you count what is the gematria of Shiloh, Shiloh is Moshe. Yud and Lamed make Mem, right? So it's Moshe. The says that Shiloh is Moshe.
Yeah.
So Shiloh, it says what actually there says that Shiloh is the name of the Mashiach of Kindas Moshe. That's its name. That's the Moshe. Since Nachlo, inheritance, alludes to Shiloh, and Shiloh alludes to Moshe, so you see that Nachlo will choose our inheritance. Actually, talks about Moshe, talks about the Nekuda above, and that which is said as God Yaakov, the pride, the esteem of Yaakov. That's the Vav Shebchinas Vav betoch Aleph. That's the Vav inside the Aleph. Shebchinas oil. This is the oil. This is the tent. That oil. This Bchinas oil. That is the light. The oil. This is the we said that oil is the semi-permeable membrane that allows the impossible to receive light of the Keser to filter to the Malchus in a way that is usable, that is attainable, is tenable. So basically, you see that the oil is Bchinas light. Moshe Behel, as it says that Moshe Meir Yeshua, Moshe shines to Yeshua through the filter of the oil. And oil is Yaakov. How do we know? As it is said, V'Yaakov Ishtam Yoshev, Yoshev, Oali. Yaakov Avinu signifies the tense. It says V'Yaakov. It is the Vav. The Vav alludes to the inner of Zer Anpin that is included from all the 6 spheres. Chesed, Gvur, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod. Vav is Gematria 6. So this is also when we say the 10 spheres, it says Yud K Vav K, the Vav alludes to Zer Anpin because of the 6 spheres. That is Vav is always an allusion to 6 spheres. But the main, the main thing, the main sphere that really typifies the whole 6 spheres of Chesed, Gvur, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod is the Tiferes. Because the Tiferes, what is the Tiferes? Tiferes is called also Sphere Sarachmin, sphere of mercy. Chesed means the ability to give, to open up. Gvura means the ability to withhold. Tiferes means the ability, to turn the faucet on and off, in a measured way, according to the ability of the receiver to receive. So, if you want to feed the baby, that's chesed, you bring the milk. But if you're going to feed the baby with a pail of milk, the baby is going to suffocate, it's going to die. So you have to hold it back. Feeding a baby with a bottle with a closed nipple, the baby will die from hunger. Okay? So the Tiferes is feeding the baby milk with a hole of a very specific size which fits the ability of the baby to receive. In other words, not too little, not too much. Too little, it'll starve. Too much, it'll choke. So that kind of give and take, the measuring, the careful measuring, that's the main rachamim. That's the main essence of rachamim. That's what true mercy is. That you don't give too much and you don't give too little. You give exactly according to how much the receiver needs to get for the receiver's benefit. Now, the Netzach and the Hod and the Yesod are just tools in order to bring it about. That's the technical, you give more like this, you give like that, you let them come to you, sometimes you insist, sometimes you let go, and the love that you have between you. But the main attribute that you can say that sort of like encompasses this whole mechanism called Zer Anpin, the six spheres, is Tiferes. That's why, we say that every single sphere has a name Kodesh, a name of Hashem, that is assigned to it. The name Kodesh is assigned to Zer Anpin, to the Tiferes, is Yud-Kei Vav-Kei. There is a Yud-Kei Vav-Kei that includes everything, and there's a Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, a particular Yud-Kei Vav-Kei of Tiferes. But since the Tiferes is the main conduit, or that's the filter, that's the thing that is aimed to give us the light of Hashem, Mimela, so in totality Hashem is also called Yud-Kei Vav-Kei. Because that's the Tiferes, that's the Rachamim, that's the main kavanah of the whole exercise. Yud-Kei Vav-Kei, to shine it down upon us. So Mimela, the main thing, the midas of Yaakov, the main midah of Yaakov is the Tiferes. Yaakov is Emes. There's Avraham is Chesed, Yitzchak is Gvura, and Yaakov is Tiferes. That's the main thing. The truth is always according to the way that the receiver can receive it. This is how it needs to give. Explanation. If you have a car, okay? You have a car. If you have a car, people used to have horses, and sometimes a horse, has a tendency, a little shorter leg on the right side, on the left side. They're not perfect. What happens is, if they keep on walking, they'll keep on, straying a little bit to the right. A little bit. So over a big thing, they'll just walk in a circle.
The tire is a little low on one end.
So what you need to do, or the tire is a little bit more, so what you need to do is you need to put a little something under the foot, or maybe cover one of his eyes more. So without knowing it, he'll walk up straight. Some child, in order to lead him the right way, you have to be strict with him. And that leads the child the right way. Sometimes there's another child, that this child, you need to be very open with him and very lenient with him, and and stick him up. So the question is, what is the emesdika way to treat a child? Because it depends on the child, right? So the emes is always this kind of fine-tuning between the chesed and the gvura. That's the midah of Yaakov. So this is Yaakov is the midah of Tiferes. Yaakov is midah of emes. Iten emes leYaakov. The image Yaakov is how to gauge, the input and the output when your eyes are on the goal. The Torah Alpha said that Yaakov is looking at the seichel of everything, looking at the reason for everything. Why is this happening? How should I handle this? And it is said, and in the light of the Aleph, each time Hashem Olam, the Vav alludes to Zer Anpin, which is included from all the six spheres. Chesed, Gvura, Tiferes, Netzach, Hod, Yesod. And we know that Avraham is Chesed, and Yitzchak is Gvura, and Yaakov is Tiferes. So you see, in this pasuk, you have all the three bechinas. But Hashem, tomorrow we'll learn how it is also included in the Gemara that says the three things that Am Yisrael were ordered when they come into Eretz Yisrael.